I am Thierry van Lanegem. I'm leading the Smart Manufacturing Cohort, the inaugural cohort of the mHUB Accelerator. So this is a 6-month program. Today is the culmination point of that program. However, this is not a goodbye, this is not the end, because all the teams are staying here for another 18 months. They will be part of the mHUB community, so they will be linked with the investors, with our corporate partners Avnet and Panwit, but also with the community at large. As I said, we are here today live from demo days at mHUB. The folks in the room will see and hear the presentations, but also feel the energy, the passion of these teams, because they are talking about their babies, their stories about what they've done throughout the program.
Good morning. My name is Adam Sobel, and I'm the founder and CEO of Third Wave. And at Third Wave, we're on a mission to enable companies to prototype, scale, and manage IoT solutions.
I'm Ilayda, co-founder of Compocket, and today I'll be telling you how we are reimagining test and measurement devices.
Hi, I'm Chris Autry, the CEO and founder of IIoT. This is a long story in the sense that we've been doing this for 4 years at IIoT, but really this is the product of 14 years worth of work started at Oxford.
Hi everybody, my name is Darren Riley and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Just Air. Just Air is a neighborhood level air quality monitoring solution. We provide deployment services by collaborating with the community, but most of all, we provide insights, creating data solutions and partnerships with the community and other stakeholders and institutions to move us to a better breathing environment for all.
My name is Paul Kusin. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Ascent Integrated Tech, and we are ensuring that our heroes keep their promise to their families and go back home every single evening.
Let me add and start just by showing incredible admiration and respect for 8 extraordinary groups of people, teams. I couldn't be more excited and enthusiastic about their potential, really for 3 things: to grow, to make some money, but to change the world. And I think what you saw is 8 companies that all have incredible vision and all have incredible potential to make our world a better place. So let's start by just giving them another round of applause and appreciation.
Hi, I'm Anil from Stroma. At Stroma, we are building advanced work safety solutions to reduce accidents in industrial workplaces. We joined mHUB Industrial IoT Cohort 6 months ago, and we developed with mHUB engineers and designers this beautiful industrial products.
Hello, my name is Alexander Sambuk. I represent Ant Robotics. We created a robot or an autonomous indoor moving vehicle to move parts and materials around manufacturing floors and around factory facilities. And the robot starts running, but not this far because there is an obstacle on its way until the path is clear, and then it resumes its journey towards the next stop, towards the next post.
Hi, I'm Joe with Maxwell Labs. We are a company dedicated to providing thermal solutions for technology. Throughout the program, we've been working with mHUB's HardTech services to work on developing our radiative heatsink. And so these are some testing apparatuses that they've helped us develop as we are trying to characterize the metamaterials that we are developing that will really allow for kind of that next generation in cooling technology.
So the program's been great so far. We've only been in for 2 weeks or so, but it's been very interesting to meet all the other companies, hear from different mentors, folks that are CTOs of billion-dollar companies to people who've worked with a number of different corporations and startup corporation partnerships. So that's been really cool. I think as a startup, there's not a lot of time that you have a structured process in place. You kind of get to do anything that you want, and although that freedom is really exciting, it's also detrimental to your success as well. So having structure and having 6 months to get from point A to point B is really positive, and really I'm looking forward to that.
First impressions of mHUB have been great. I think there's a sort of wide range of people with a lot of different experiences, and that's something that we need at our stage of the business because we're middleware, it takes creative people to kind of build on top of it or look at this gear technology and say it can be used in boats, or it can be used in semiconductors, or it can be used in warehouse robotics. And so being at mHUB, we've kind of, in a very quick manner, talked to people that come from all different facets of life and are looking at our solutions with a very creative mind, and so that's been really helpful.
Chicago is it's different than the Silicon Valley in California and different than the Eastern Seaboard tech scene in a good way. The facilities here are great, but also the people invested in mHUB and the people running the program are very friendly, and they want to help, and they want to make sure the business succeeds, which is really refreshing.
We found a family here, so we are very grateful being part of a huge community, and the program is very well thought of. A lot of great mentors and people to get inspired by.
This is the world-class environment for hardware and software developers.
Yeah, exactly.
And here in mHUB, people are doing hardware, they love hardware, so I feel like I'm at home. And people are being helpful, and everyone is helping each other and understanding the problems and doing something physical. I'm looking forward to have some partnerships with big companies, maybe work on the supply chain or work on the business plan or maybe pricing to be able to sell more devices and create a roadmap for future products.
So my first impressions of the mHUB community, as soon as I walked through the door, I felt very welcomed. And having a cohort that has your back and having that support system in the mHUB community here in Chicago is definitely, I feel that it was much needed, something I didn't know I needed.
Welcome to mHUB's Accelerator Midway Corporate Pitch event. I know it's a mouthful, but every single word is important.
So at Ascent, our niche focus is on high-intensity, small squad tactics. We stream health, environmental, and locational data back to the incident commander who's standing outside of that building to make them a slightly smarter guardian angel. And we solve this by integrating sensors directly into the protective equipment that operators already know and trust.
So what we did was put together from off-the-shelf products some Bluetooth beacons and a 3D printed wristband, and we proved that it worked. The challenge was not just showing that it worked, but going the next step and turning it into a full end-to-end solution with the wearable, as well as with the cloud and the software applications.
In Tant Robotics, we are developing the universal robotic fleet orchestration system. We provide our customers with turnkey solution for robotic material handling. And the core of the solution is the software, we call it AntBoss. This software is used for orchestration different robots produced by different vendors. And to faster launch of the orchestration system, we developed our own robot. We called it AntBoy, and it's specially designed for driving in manufacturing environment.
There's so many intelligent people, it's crazy. So you come here and basically, somebody gave me synthetic diamonds that, to play around with. The other, that kind of thing where it's like, okay, you have people who are actual scientists here. They know how to use these really advanced simulation tools. You can hand them any number of your problems and something that would take you a month to figure out on your own, learning about. They're able to tell you how to solve that problem in 5 minutes, and that's, a resource you just can't, you can't ask for that.
So the most valuable resource to me has really been the mentorship and the guidance. I wouldn't be here without some of the work and as far along as I am now.
Coming here, talking to partners, usually within a day or two, I can find somebody who's going to have an answer that says, this is worth exploring a lot further, let me introduce you to somebody, or you know what, set that aside, it's not where you should be focusing right now. So it's the speed with which we've gotten those answers has increased dramatically.
I think there's intention around how the program is structured and the mentors that are engaged and the speakers that are engaged. And then I think all of those folks create a good collaborative community and supportive community to get your idea moving forward.
One of the best places for hardware startups.
in the US. And maybe all over the world.
As a hardware entrepreneur, I feel home here, so I think it's been great.
Hi, I'm Anıl Zengi, a co-founder and CEO of Stroma Vision. We are building computer vision-based advanced work safety systems to reduce accidents in industrial workplaces. Here's my co-founder Mete.
Hello.
And here's our desk, and we train our models here, AI models here.
We like to host our own stuff, so we have a couple of network equipments, our AI training machines, and this is where we usually work. And we can show you a little demo of what we work on. We have a hand tracker here, which is able to recognize different gestures you make. So at Stroma, we specialize in industrial safety equipment, and we primarily work with large machinery that needs safety checks around it. So a couple of applications we see as computer vision being applied in industry is, detecting if people are, if people put their hands where they shouldn't be. So let's say if you put it under the press machine, our devices automatically detect those and shut the machine off so it doesn't chop off your limb. And we can think of many different scenarios where these kind of checks can be implemented.
Here's the place. We play with our devices, and these machines, oscilloscopes, are really important for us. And our friends from Compocket are doing the pocket size of these. And also, I use that for our servers in our desk. And we produced things like that in our servers. I'm fan of this. I'm really fan of this. She's a beauty. She's a beauty. We are coming to our boss. Here, the ultimate CT scanner. You can see everything in a device in this CT machine, CT scanner, and yeah, this is pure magic. I'm gonna miss one-on-ones with Thierry and Kate because we share a lot of things, our experiences, wins, failures, goals, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and they helped us in our journey in mHUB Accelerator program, and we will stay in touch, bi-weekly meetings with them, and I'm really happy for this. Over the acceleration program, we got investment from Avnet and Panduit, the corporate partners of the program. We will complement Panduit's electrical safety products with our advanced safety modules, work safety modules. And also we will use Avnet's vast distribution network for our electronic components. And yeah, we will continue to spend our day and nights here, and follow us on Stroma.io.
I'm Ilayda, co-founder of Compocket. Here is my technical co-founder.
Hey, I am Selim.
He's usually working with electronics while I'm in the workshops, mainly in classes. He's here or in the prototyping facility, developing our product and the next device's prototype. let me show you our desks. We have some toys here. And usually we are playing around with like Arduinos or development boards. Here are the devices. So usually when we sell a product, I take them and go to the shop and prepare them for, and I pack them, prepare them for shipment, and I leave the product on the shipping area. When we have a new order from our website, this is where I come. So first I measure minis and make it ready, and I print the shipping package. Having this is very useful for me. .2. I say goodbye to each of the minis. This is the time where I feel the proudest, because I say goodbye, and let's bring it to the shipping. So it is very convenient for me. I just leave it here, say the final goodbye, and that's it. Since the Midway event, we established a partnership with Avnet, and we started working on our new product, a 3-phase power monitoring module. And basically what it is we have this mini oscilloscope, and now we are evolving it to a module, oscilloscope-like module, where it measures both current and voltage. So this could be integrated in motors, and it can help with predictive analysis and as well as show the power and energy consumptions. So in this facility, we are mainly working on prototyping this product as well as next version of minis. What I'm gonna miss the most is people. I'll miss Thierry and Kate and all the other startups, because I got so used to seeing them every day for the last 6 months, and we had so much time together, and we evolved as people and as well as companies. So I'll be missing it a lot. So as the next step, we learned a lot of stuff in mHUB, so I'll be utilizing all that knowledge. We will continue with our next products, and I think I'll be in Chicago and in Bay Area, maybe in California in winter, and in summer I'll be enjoying Chicago. So I feel like now I have a second home here, and you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram, and our website is compocket.com. And yeah, I'll be around.
Hi, my name is Darren Riley. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Just Air, where we provide neighborhood-level air quality monitoring solutions. So the way the Just Air platform works is first we have to have our sensors in the ground, which we can see here. We have 5 sensors, 6 actually here in Grand Rapids, where we can look at the different data elements of the sensors and show their latest air quality attributes. We also have a time sequence on the latest last couple of hours on where the particulate matter are. And again, what we're trying to highlight here are the disparities. So you can see even in this data, this green sensor in this code associated right by this highway had a spike in air quality just around, almost around like 2 o'clock yesterday versus other sensors around the same time. So even just empirically looking at, visualizing that data is something to alarm stakeholders in the community that we need to do something about that. The second part of our component is really creating beyond the dashboard, right? So we have a traditional dashboard that a lot of sensor companies have, but essentially to engage the community, we built an SMS technology tool so people can state how they feel and also be alerted about the environment. So what you see here is examples of text being sent to the system and saying, hey, there's something smelling weird in my environment, it smells fishy, and having this odor diary. This is really helpful so we can quickly analyze where there's something going wrong to shorten that time window of health impacts around poor air quality. And a real quick example of how easy this is, and again, while we're trying to be very intentional about the community, we're working with environmental justice groups where we can issue them a phone number that they can text. So here, I will text air to this Grand Rapids number where our first deployment is, and I'm now signed up for the air quality alerts. And then you'll see here on the dashboard, essentially, I can just pull this up, and now I'm a phone number located here. And what's really cool about the system is that as I get alerted when there's issues in my environment, if I'm a stakeholder and I have this dashboard in front of me, I can see what phone numbers have been hit the most versus others. And again, we're trying to bring attention and awareness to the health disparities and the inequitable breathing environment, and then make decisions to improve that. I think my first day here, we did orientation. We walked through a lot of the shops and got educated on some of the machinery here. And I got to say, I feel like a kid in the Willy Wonka movie. Just to see the atmosphere, the creativity around this space is really inspiring to think about the things that are possible, which I think is really important. What mHUB has definitely afforded me and Just Air, even with our new sensor technology, just think about how we can stretch ourselves and what's capable to build a product and solution that meets the needs of our customers and our community. And I also think it's really fascinating, the work that mHUB is making it accessible. A lot of programs here, I'm looking at the 3D printers. If I had this technology in my high school, or if I'm just someone who has ideas but able to see this hardware, think about the realms of possible, I think it's really huge for our community. It can really spur innovation from entrepreneurs to solving problems in the community. So I was always fascinated by the 3D printers. It's one of my favorite spaces to check out and build little cool ornaments and whatnot. So, yeah. So now that we're coming to the close of the first cohort here at mHUB, really great time to reflect and think about a lot of learnings. The one thing I will miss the most is definitely the vulnerability between each of the cohort members, the entrepreneurs, the times where we go out for drinks and share some of the things we're going through, the struggles we're going through. I think it's one of the most impactful and important things you can gain from an experience like this. As entrepreneurs, we're always wearing the mask and having to sell customers, sell our team, investors, and always say things are good, but having a community that's going through it with you is what I'm gonna miss the most, and excited to stay connected with all these entrepreneurs all across the globe. So after the program, Just Air really plans to do a couple things. One is to expand our networks in the major cities that we're working in, Detroit, Chicago being one of them, and also Grand Rapids, where our current pilot is. Number two is to continue our relationships with the environmental justice movement and a lot of the groups that we've been serving and supporting to get our infrastructure on the ground and make sure that we're adding value to the community. It's been a real interesting journey and an interesting ride, but hopefully by this time next year, we'll be raising a good round of funding. Our product that we've built here in mHUB will be deployed in many cities and really achieving our mission, which is really to close the gap of health disparities around air pollution in communities that are often overlooked and underserved. You can continue to follow us and some of our work at our website, justair.co, and on LinkedIn as well.